Congratulations to Lee Pitts Live, recipient of the NAACP Image Award.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. I kept saying he's a scholar. He's got so much going on that I can't really narrow it down to one thing. But I remember him when he was a little boy running around in Naples, and now he's tall as me, and he's outdressing me. So we're so proud to have here one of the board members for the Florida District Key Club Lieutenant Governor Board of Trustees, Miles Lowe. Welcome to the show, Miles.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, man, I'm glad you took time out of your busy schedule to come on Lee Pitts Live. First of all, talk about how you hook yourself up with them nice little clothes there, man.
Well, I kind of have a lot of suits because of the different conferences and stuff that I go to. And then I got this bow tie over the weekend because I needed a fall color bow tie, so I got that. And everything else I already had.
Now, did you tie that tie, or is it?
I tie it myself. I don't do pre-ties.
Okay, and so I know Anthony at home saying, yeah, my son tie Lee. That's your dad, Tony Anthony.
Yep.
Your mom, of course, is Tanya Lowe. They've done a great job with you. First of all, before we get started, what do you have to say to your parents who put a lot of time into getting you to where you are today?
I'm always grateful for the life that I do have, because I do understand that everyone's circumstances are differently, and I do know that my parents work very hard to provide the lifestyle that my brother and I do live, so I always tell them how thankful I am.
Oh, okay, cool. What's your long-term plan?
My long-term plan is, of course, to attend a 4-year university, and I'm not quite sure if I want to get a master's in business or a law degree just yet, but I am leaning more towards a law degree right now. Right,
and I understand. I know you haven't made a decision yet, but you've already gotten accepted into LSU and the University of Alabama.
And I have a lot more applications I'm still submitting. And stuff.
Right, and you're still here in the state of Florida, so
Yes.
you more than likely your goal is to get out of the state, see something different?
Yeah.
So you didn't even send an application to the Florida?
I did apply to the University of Florida, of course.
Okay, but if they accept you, they low on your priority list, or can you say that on TV?
I think they're still high on my list.
Oh, okay, you might stay. I know your mom went to.
I might stay, yeah. I might
Tanya
stay.
went to Florida, so I'm plugging Florida. Tanya Lowe, State Farm Insurance. The Lieutenant Governor, Florida District Key Club, Sesame Street that for us.
Okay.
You're a Lieutenant Governor.
Yes.
What does that do? What do you do?
Yes. So Key Club International is the largest and the oldest student-led community service organization. So we're international, but here in the States, every state is a district. So I'm from the Florida district, and I'm on the district board. So the district is broken up into zones and divisions. So I'm in charge of a division as the Lieutenant Governor, Division 16. So that's how that works.
And you had to get elected out of the district, you had to run politics the whole bit?
At our Spring Zone rally, the Lieutenant Governors get elected, and then at our district convention in Orlando, that's where the district governor, district treasurer, where they get elected to, and they're in charge of the entire state, the entire division.
Now, the election process, you had some formidable opponents?
I did. I had one opponent from a rival high school, yes.
Okay. What was that like, the whole campaigning process?
With the lieutenant governors, we're not allowed to campaign. We have to get there, we have to give our speeches, we have to answer questions, and then we leave the room, and then they vote, and then we find out who actually won.
That's great. Now, there are several lieutenant governors throughout the state of Florida.
Yes.
Students.
Yes.
Do you see many your skin color?
There, surprisingly, yes. There's I would say there's about 5 of us on the district board. Out of the 40 or so,
okay,
there are about 5 of us.
Well, that's good. You got some representation there. You actually, while in school, you went to school in Naples. You went to 7 different schools as a result of your mom and your dad moving around. What was that like for you to maintain that high grade point average, attending 7 different schools for your 12 years of education?
For me, the transition got a little bit easier each time because you get used to getting yourself out there and introducing yourself to people. The teachers are usually very friendly when it comes to you moving in, and when they're like, where was your school at and where our school is at. So it's never really been too tough. It's just been more eye-opening, seeing how different every area is and stuff.
Yeah, do you think that benefited you in some way, where you were able to make new friends, where you were being exposed to different environment throughout that process?
Yeah, being exposed to the different environments has definitely been very helpful, and it helps me with my leadership style, knowing how different people respond to different things and knowing different people like different things.
Because you kind of remind me of me in some way. I'm not quite you. I would never be as great as you. But when I was in elementary, when I was in my first 12, I went to 4 different schools, and I thought that was a lot. And when I looked, you went to 12. I mean, you went to 7. And I look back at it, I got to meet all these different people and adjust to new friends along the way. You're the president of student government at your high school right now.
Yes.
Tell our viewers where your high school is located and what are some things you're trying to accomplish as president?
I go to Jensen Beach High School in Jensen Beach, Florida, and I am the Student Government Association president, student body president. And so what I am trying to accomplish is making sure that everyone has the most enjoyable high school experience as they can. And so as a member of student government, which is why I got involved in the first place, is because I know that that's what we do, is we make sure that we listen to the people, see what they want to do, and we try to make those things happen.
Now, people who are seeing you now in this market on Lee Pitts Live, they are familiar with you from the Naples area. Tell us, how would they know you from the Naples area? What school were you in then?
I went to Pine Ridge Middle School and I went to Barron Collier High School. A lot of them may have known me from when I emceed the Business Hall of Fame, the Collier County Business Hall of Fame, or when me and my team won the CEO Academy business competition at FGCU.
How do you handle peer pressure, particularly you being a young, black, sharp, well-spoken, focused on education, valuing education, male? Do you get negative feedback from some people who are not as comfortable with you trying to be progressive like that?
Occasionally, but I don't really let it bother me because
say something to inspire other people like yourself who want to achieve.
If there's something that's on your mind or in your heart that you want to do because you want to do it, then you should do it. You shouldn't let anyone else tell you that you can't do something or that you shouldn't do something. If it's something that you want to do, then you should have your own motivation and perseverance and courage to get it done. When
did you decide that was the route you were going to take? Were you ever, did you ever take a lot of, didn't want to do your homework at one point in time and you eventually got into the books, or
Well, lucky for me, I have an older brother, so with that, I learned from him what not to do.
Okay.
So he's definitely been a good role model. When he does something, he gets in trouble for it, then I got to learn, okay, let me not do that, and then I learned from there.
Final question. The fact that you've already been, let's go to your experience at Harvard. You're a participant in the Global Young Innovators Conference at Harvard. What was that conference about and how did you get to go?
So I was invited to that by a company called Envision. And it was about 90 students and 90 of us high schoolers from all over, and even kids international. We had some kids from Singapore. We all came together to develop solutions to problems that Nigerian business owners were having, and we would talk to them via Skype, and we'd work with them to whatever their industry was, we'd work on solutions.
Okay, great. Well, man, I could go with you all day. I got another segment to the show I got to do, but it's been great having you here. You're a role model. We're looking forward to getting you back. Certainly after you finish your first year of college, I want you to come back and tell me what that was like. Okay? All right, stay right there. We say this on the show from time to time, but this is really real. For those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Miles Lowe, who's just outstanding in what we hope to see in many of our youth. He's a 12th grader. We'll be right back.